It's an interactive show.
You know?
It's a live interactive show.
It's a live interactive show.
It's so live that it's on right now.
We're live.
We're live. And
Hello,
in person.
everybody.
We're not all here.
No, we're not all here, unfortunately.
Why the fuck can't we all be here?
Because maybe me and Michelle are the same person.
I was thinking that all morning. Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Where do I hide it all? Where do I put them?
Where did you put Aiden?
I didn't put him back, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. How many kids could you possibly have now?
I know. Wow.
Yeah, this is PSVR Gamescast Live. Michelle is not here.
Unfortunately.
She has a fever you can't sweat out.
Yeah.
It is a thing. She wanted to be here anyway. She's like, oh, hopefully I'll get better before the show
today,
starts.
Yeah. And yesterday, I've been sick. Kids have been sick.
Yep.
And then I was nervous because I woke up yesterday early in the morning, as I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
And was sick again for a different type of illness.
You want to get descriptive? No, we don't. No one needs to know
you
that.
Don't go out when you have. What's up, Met Cat?
What's up, everybody?
And yes, Michelle, we are the same. Although, don't tell them that.
Mama Cat's here.
Yeah, she's in the litter box.
In the litter box. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to PSVR Gamescast Live. My name is Brian Paul, and to my right, your left, welcome back, the king of all VR kings.
It's nice to be back. I've missed nerding out.
Jeremy King.
Yes.
Yeah, delayed intro.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you've been gone for so long.
I know.
That I can only imagine all you've been doing in your absence is playing PlayStation VR games.
Yes, clearly.
That's all you've been doing.
All I've been doing is, I feel like all I've been doing is cleaning up sick areas to try to not keep the illness going, from everybody in the house.
Yeah.
It's been outrageous. Actually, coincidentally, in preparation for today, I tried to get the PlayStation all working again because that has been so on the fritz.
This is a conversation from 2 months ago now?
Yeah. So it's funny. I turned the PlayStation on. Mm-hmm. It did some things where it's funny sounding. I'm like, uh-oh. My input wasn't showing the HDMI port registering any signals. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I realized the HDMI port wasn't plugged in. Mm-hmm. Plugged it in. And my console said it hadn't been shut down properly last time. And I'm like, I never shut it down. I turned it all on. There was some little update. There was something telling about the where I can find my games easily now. And I loaded a game and it worked.
Ta-da.
I didn't do shit.
Perfect.
I did uninstall a bunch of shit a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
So
this is the perfect fix. The fix that fixes itself.
It did it itself.
Fucking sign me up for that kind of shit.
And then I downloaded a VR game. I can't remember which one because I wanted to play. And then
Did you pay for it or was it free?
This was one I bought
a
couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Before the fritz happened. What was it?
I don't know.
I don't remember. We'll find out next week.
I don't know. It's going to come to me, too, because you told me a couple weeks ago, you're like, I downloaded this game and I can't play it because my PlayStation's broken.
Yes. What the fuck?
So it will come to me.
It was.
Make sure you click subscribe, click that little notification bell in case you don't want to miss a live show. Anything could happen. People could show up. People could not show up. It's live.
Oh yeah. You know what?
What?
Who just said that? Someone said I might have lost power. Yep. To know is to die. Actually, I did lose power.
Yeah, is that what happened?
That's funny.
You're probably in rest mode. Then you lost power, and then boom.
Yeah, hard restart. Whatever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, I'm thankful for the loss of power. Apparently, yeah.
Whatever works. That's the important part. The fact that it works again is all that matters. If you'd noticed, we didn't have an introduction this week. We haven't been really getting introductions for this show.
Yeah. I
think it's taking a little while for PSVR Gamescast Live to gain traction.
It's true.
I was gonna say grain mustard. And so if you want to see your smiling, happy, seductive face at the beginning of the show before we hit the introduction, make sure you send your short, sweet, sexy, seductive.
Yeah.
Sensational. Sultry.
Sweet. There's going to be sweetness
I like sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without Parole. Sweets with salty.
Short video, without Parole at gmail.com.
Yes.
And make sure you head over to our community.
Yeah.
We have a pretty awesome community over on the PlayStation 4. Search for PSVR Without Parole Gamecast.
Wow.
And go over there. We are moderated to death over there now.
Yeah.
after an incident the other week. We now have 4 moderators. We've got our standards, Dr. Doom, and then Jade Ow, and then actually I'm curious. I think Jade Ow might not actually be a community moderator.
No,
I think I made him a moderator on the channel, and then I forgot to add him on the community.
Yeah.
So we might be giving him power he doesn't have. But we definitely do know that besides Dr. Doom, we also have Met Club and JD Max 1210 over there.
Nice, well covered. Yeah. Ooh, felt warm, Brian. Warm.
I'm warm.
Yeah, I can see glistening droplets of sweat.
Yeah, so before the show...
Quick, do your intro. This is sexy.
I'm always running around. Before the show starts. And so Jeremy shows up, right? He's like knocking on my door.
No one buzzed me.
And I literally open the door and I hand him my car keys and say, go downstairs and get my shirt, and I close the door.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't even say hi. I hadn't seen him in a month.
Yeah.
I was like, go get my shirt.
The whole way up, I'm like, smelling your shirt in the elevator. You're
freshly laundered.
Yes.
Freshly laundered and ironed. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, is that why I was in the car?
Yeah, I saw my... Well, no, I was leaving the car because I use it for work, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one shirt.
You do what I do when you have to... I put it over so you don't have to iron it.
Oh, yeah, one shirt to rule them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, it's like I'm either at work where everything smells, or I'm here where you can't smell me.
Yeah, true.
Do you want to smell me? Patreon.com/WithoutParole Just for $1 a month, you can smell me.
He'll send you a jar of scent. Brian's scent.
You got to pay for the shipping. I'm not doing that. Hey, we have an announcement. Bloody Bobby GameCat X, like 2 weeks ago, was like super generous and was like, "Hey, I already bought Skyrim, the digital game, but when I bought my bundle, they gave me a physical game."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I want to give my physical Skyrim copy away."
Very nice of him.
Very nice of him. Bloody Bobby GameCat X. So we chose a winner on Twitter. And I actually forgot to do it yesterday. So the winner, announcing right now, is JC Dentine. Or Dentine.
Dentine, like the gum?
Like the gum. That's what I was thinking. It's capital J, capital C, capital D, Entine, Dentyne.
Yeah, Dentine.
I sent him a message on Twitter letting him know that you won.
Nice.
And so we'll,
Brava.
just respond to the message with your home mailing address. I'm not coming to visit. I promise you. Don't worry. I'm not a weird ass stalker. I am weird. Not a stalker.
Not a stalker.
Is that a different siren?
That is a different siren. Maybe he's just late to the game.
We're just gonna. It's the same crime.
Yeah, it is.
We're only gonna play once per crime.
Yeah, that's All
right.
We'll do that.
I think that's fair. Okay, this comment's from last week. I'm really bad. I didn't really prep for this show at all. I don't know what's going on. Jeremy, I know you haven't been here for a while.
Yeah.
But have you been keeping up with PlayStation VR releases?
Via the channel, yes.
Perfect.
I was blown away by the what the fuck? Remind me, Mars Part 2.
Unearthing Mars.
Unearthing Mars Part 2. I was kind of surprised with that one as well.
I think we're gonna watch that today on theater.
Ooh,
you want to watch it on theater?
I do. Yeah.
Good. I got popcorn ready.
Sweet.
No popcorn.
No,
I want the fake popcorn to come back.
I like that. Yeah, that animation.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I don't know how to. I don't really know how to do that with this.
I feel like that whole it has increased. Your whole left side.
Yeah,
porting.
Since you've been gone.
Yeah.
Since you've been gone. Yeah. We brought the curtain back.
Oh, you did bring the curtain back.
So you don't even watch the show when you're not here, is what you're telling me.
I didn't make it that far. No. I started to watch last week's portion of it, and then. You know how that works.
Yeah.
I literally put on my bed thing as I lay and I watch, and I wake up and it's.
I put long shows on my TV. I watch YouTube on my TV, and then I play games on my phone while I'm laying in bed while I'm watching TV. And the fact is, it means I suck at the game because I'm listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm not really listening to the podcast because I'm playing the game.
Playing the game, yeah.
So nothing really gets done. Did we get a?
Oh, we did. Wolfie. Sweet.
Smith, the Game Cub.
Thanks.
Do we at the Game Cub too?
At the Game Cub?
Game Cub. I think it's like more like a roar kind of thing, right?
Oh, the row.
I think we have to roar.
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 Right?
God, I feel so like 16 and emo.
Oh, look at I spelt that. No, that was Michelle. She wrote TH capital NKS. And she had time. I was like doing this. I'm that type of typer.
Oh, you're a pecker.
Yeah.
Pecker.
I'm a pecker. Yeah,
I'm a pecker. Yeah, me too. So let's check out what happened last week.
Let's do it.
Last week we had a couple different things. First and foremost, we got the Dead Man DLC for Arizona
Oh
Sunshine.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This was mind-boggling. Me and Gamertag VR played through it.
Yeah.
Live on a stream. Mm-hmm. And man, I'll tell you that they didn't fix anything from the original Arizona Sunshine. So the whole thing is really janky.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of running around killing zombies. Arizona Sunshine's a much better game than it was at launch. I'm not going to say I'm a fan, but I do enjoy it now.
Yeah.
The Deadman DLC, there were some big parts that were just reused from the first game.
Okay.
And the entire thing's only about a half an hour long.
Oh, for real.
It's only $2.50
Oh,
though,
well,
so
yeah.
it's tough to fault them.
Criticize it
But
much.
at the same time, I'm like, I would rather have paid $10 for like a 3-hour thing.
Sure.
Right? Is that fair?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want more.
Well, it's kind of sometimes like remember in Mass Effect when they would release the little episodes?
What is that?
They would have the DLC that would be a segment of, it was like, weren't they like $12, $13, some of them? And it would be an hour or two, like a mission or a new character or whatever. And it's funny how you can criticize not you, I mean people.
No, I do.
This platform more for the cost of the DLC than on the home-based consoles like that.
This is my first experience with Mass Effect.
Oh, the trilogy. On PS3, nonetheless.
Right.
Yeah.
And which was great because Mass Effect 1 used the Mass Effect 3 engine, which means I didn't have to deal with like the janky Xbox 360 visuals and stuff. And so all the DLC was already included, so I don't even know what the difference is.
Yeah.
And I didn't play very much of it anyway.
It's the only, not the third one, it's the only trilogy of games mostly that I bought all the DLC content and actually finished it all, yeah.
All three?
Not on Mass Effect 3. I actually never completed the story.
But 1 and 2, huh?
1 and 2, baby.
Yeah, I never realized what a nice looking box this is.
It is.
It's
a nice
little,
box. What a smooth box.
Smooth box.
A little couple of ripples. You must have shaved yesterday.
I miss having you around.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was Deadman DLC. We also got a couple, strange games, man. We also got this right here. What in the hell is...
Whoa.
That's not right.
It's like a VR
No, that's...
view.
Hold on a second. Is this really... Okay, something happened. Something happened. That was the beginning of my transference playthrough. We'll get to that in a second. But what I was gonna say was like that Domino Craft VR came out last week.
Oh yeah.
It looks like a PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah.
And most of what it is like these big, I don't domino courses, right? Where like all these dominoes are knocking each other over.
Yep.
And there's little missing segments where you have to put the dominoes in and make sure it hits a card and then the card goes boom and like kind of like a Rube Goldberg machine thing going on,
Yeah.
And it's all right.
Yeah.
It's $10.
Some things don't work in VR. Half of the fun of dominoes, if you want to say dominoes are fun, because they can be stressful, is like setting up the course on actual, physically, and not knocking shit over, because half the time you're setting shit up and you're like, this is going to be awesome, and then you fucking let it go on accident and gets rid of half of it and you got to rebuild it. Yeah. In VR, it's like, I don't know if it would work. I saw the video and it was kind of...
Every so often... You put something. It's a budget game.
Yeah.
Every so often you put a domino down, and like I don't know if I put it too far into the ground or something, but whatever happens, like the physics engine just like loses its mind.
Yeah.
And like the domino goes boom and like shoots off in a random direction.
I love when shit like that happens.
Yeah, except the exact same thing happens is like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It's like it knocks over like half of the course, and I'm like, shit, I gotta start the level over.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a creative mode. So you can just like, hey, here's a big empty space
Big
in
empty
VR.
platform,
Yeah.
no preset destination points.
Yeah, make whatever you want to.
Sweet.
And I think that's the real appeal. There's no online though. The review's coming soon. I've got so many reviews in the works. I've like literally got 4 reviews that I'm writing at the same time. I've just been really tired and haven't had a chance to do any of it.
Yeah. But can you be really impressed with a tight domino VR setup? Like, wow, look at all those VR dominoes.
So here's the thing. Your move controller turns into like a hand.
Yeah.
And you push the first one over.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of fun to I think it's a sound thing.
Okay.
Where every domino that hits in there is like click, 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 click,
You
click,
can hear that
you know.
clicky.
And when they're doing it in a big wave, it is a wave. It's like,
Yeah.
There's something about the sound and watching all of them fall over in perfection that like it sort of works for me.
Gets you. Yeah.
And it's a $10 game, and I'm like, I've had way less fun with $10.
I like
up,
that
dude?
that clicky sound with
Yeah.
dominoes is kind of like one of those oddly satisfying things, like peanut butter when you first open it, or that really smooth surface that you just.
Wait, there's a sound to that?
No, but you know how it's still
Oh.
satisfying.
I was like, that smooth surface never makes a sound for me.
You ever put it like here when people are, like, and they used to do a lot more in the 80s, like on 321 Contact or Mr. Wizard or something like that, when you'd hear the sounds, certain things you never thought made sounds, and you hear and it's like, ugh. I wonder if the peanut butter sound, if they did close up, it's more like,
Oh, I'm sure it's something awful.
Yeah, it sounds like a whale
The
being
sound of millions
murdered.
of peanuts crying.
Yeah.
In unison.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could be.
So I'm wondering if the rest of my OBC stuff is or OBS stuff is broken now. But we're gonna find out because we also got last week. I think here we go. Vroom Kaboom. Remember we watched Vroom Kaboom, the trailer for Vroom Kaboom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me tell you something about Vroom Kaboom.
Yep.
It's a vehicular tower defense combat game.
So we were kind of right on our theory of how this would.
Yeah, there's cards and like you're creating a deck and you're building a deck and you're using the deck to send out vehicles and it's let me tell you something about this game.
Tell me something.
It never gets fun.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm like 5 hours in and I'm like, man, every time I like go, well, I have to play a little bit more for review.
Yeah.
I just don't want to.
Why is it not enjoyable? What makes it not fun for you?
It feels really random. It feels really unimpactful. Like you're driving these, you're not actually controlling any of these vehicles.
They just go down the road.
You just go down the road and you can kind of tell them to switch lanes and stuff.
Okay.
You kind of have like a little bit of control over them and like when to fire. If you have like a machine gun on the car, you can like aim and fire.
Yep.
But for the most part, man, I'm just like, well, let the AI do it.
But are you setting up a course to prevent enemies coming towards your
You're
defense?
not really setting it. That's the other thing is like that. It's more like about sending as much of your army out as you can, and very, very little. When I say very little, I mean almost none of it.
Really?
has to do with defending your base.
So you're basically sending a bunch of different vehicles that can withstand certain types of impact of weaponry that the AI has set up to get to their tower?
So there's 2 towers at the end of the road.
Yeah.
Right? And basically you're collecting bombs along the way.
Okay.
And taking your car, and hopefully your car makes it there.
One vehicle at a time?
No, you can send like as many as you have, depending on your deck.
Okay.
And so you're sending all these vehicles down the road, and hopefully their vehicles aren't killing your vehicles on the way. Oh. Right, that you're hopefully getting your vehicles to the end, to the tower, and you're collecting bombs along the way so that you can, like, in kamikaze style, you make sure your car goes right into the tower.
Yep.
And all the bombs you collected along the way kind of explode afterwards and like bring down that life bar of the tower. It's just not fun, and I'm curious to know if anybody in the comments is having fun with this game. It's Dave Station and I played it for a while, 1v1.
Yep.
And like that was the most fun we had because it was another actual person on the other side of it.
Polish Paul liked it.
Yeah, Polish Paul, he's kind of a moron.
Soma Game Cat. Yeah, it's weird also for me to reply on here.
Yeah.
And stop talking. I'm not one of those good.
You don't really have to reply on there. Like we're reading your comments. Jeremy's in charge of being Michelle today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I left my.
You feel free to read anybody's comment out loud, like instead of responding personally.
PSVR 777's comment with that
Is that
it's a little hand symbol?
like a little like hang loose?
Yeah, I think so. Like that, right?
I mean, yeah, it's not the shocker, which is what I from over here. That's what I thought it was.
Was that Dane Cook that did the shocker? Like totally, right? One in the
so.
pink, two in the two in the pink, one.
I
in the
always get it
stink.
backwards too.
Well, I guess probably depends on who you're with, right?
I mean, I guess really it does. Yeah.
I haven't found one that would. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's for another conversation. That podcast, the Midnight Game Cats cast. Wow.
Yeah. So we also got. But this week, a little bit different. We got. What do we got here? Let's fade over to this.
Let's do it.
Oh my God! Everything is wrong.
Everything is floating words.
Everything is wrong.
It's like read this paragraph.
This is crazy. Why do I even prepare for this show if everything's just gonna be wrong? Well, that was supposed to be the trailer for Track Lab.
Yeah. But is that that's your playthrough?
That's my transference playthrough. It's not even supposed to be in the OBS right now.
Weird.
So here's the thing: Ubisoft,
Yep.
and Namco,
Yep.
really bad about copyright infringement stuff.
Okay.
Right. So like I wanted to have like the trailer for transference playing,
Yep.
but then I get hit with a copyright strike.
And then they
Right.
fucking lock you out for 24 hours or whatever.
It's bullshit. And then Ace Combat 7.
Yeah.
Ace Combat 7 got a release date this week, and I wanted to play the trailer for that, but the last
Can't
time
do
we got hit for that too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what's the point, man? What's the point? Why am I? What are we even doing here?
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. So Track Lab is out. So Track Lab came out at midnight, like 13 hours ago, 13 and a half.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was awake.
Yep.
I downloaded it. I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning playing it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and I'm not a huge fan, right? I am a musician. I'm a singer songwriter. I'm a composer.
Yep.
I do this with my hand a lot. I don't know what's going on here, and in this game,
Yep.
like it really, there's two halves to it. It reminds me of the Domino game actually.
Okay.
Because
It's all grids, right?
it's all squares.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first half of it is like a puzzle mode, where it is like tons and tons and tons of puzzles where you're trying to like complete these loops of music, and basically it's what the puzzles are really doing is teaching you how to use the tools in the game,
Okay.
right? And like you're bouncing this like little beam of light or this little dot or whatever, and you're bouncing it around the track, and you're trying to hit different things.
Yep.
But sometimes things are opening and closing, and you have to make sure that it goes through when the things are open. And it's like it could easily not be a puzzle game,
Okay.
or easily not be a music game, and just be a straightforward puzzle game.
Yep.
But since all these things are creating sound effects, now it's a music game. And then there's the creative mode where you can just make your own music.
There seemed like there was a whole lot of things happening too.
There is.
You know?
There is. You can create all of these different tracks, and like
Yep.
I mean, and when I say you create a track, like it is very open-ended.
Okay.
Like it can be like super duper long.
Yeah.
It can have a ton of different
So
instruments.
it's not limiting you.
It's not limiting you at all.
Does it give you how many tracks can you do?
So you can do as much stuff as you want in each track.
Okay.
But then you can have 4 separate tracks going at once as
All
well.
right. Okay.
And then like all of that's like like a DJ mixer style thing going
Yeah.
on. There's effects that you can have on the left side and the right side.
Okay.
So you're running effects on these two over here, and then the same effect on these two over here separately,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then there's a slider in the middle. So it's very DJ style when you're putting it all together.
Okay.
And you can queue up different tracks and everything. So it's like it initially felt like it was going to be more of like a, hey, you're a singer-songwriter, write a song on this, right? Compose.
But it sounded very techno, very
You can make rock music,
okay.
but it's like
Lame.
rock is the least. There's like there's way more electronics options in there.
Sounds and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The rock stuff is pretty limited.
Yeah.
It's all there, but initially I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna like write music in this,
Mm-hmm.
and then ultimately it's like, oh, this is actually more Electronauts than it lets on. Like it is once you've created all these tracks, then the big part is like, yeah, here you are, you're performing it again. You're like, you're pulling things in and pulling things out, and
So can you play your song? So you can pre-record or preset a song, right? Play it out.
Yeah.
Can you save that? But then you can maybe like, I don't want to say live, but can you alter and change it as you're going?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Oh really? So
Yeah.
they did make it pretty open-ended. Huh?
pretty open-ended. It's just as Dave Station said last night in a text message to me, he goes, the systems are just way more convoluted than they have to be.
Okay.
And I totally agree with that. It's
Yeah.
it's like if you go into like GarageBand or something, you can do all this stuff and it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Instead, here you have to kind of play a game to make things that you
Do
need.
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
just
Who wants to make a sound and they have to avoid some opening and closing
Yeah.
orb thing?
It's strange, and I know a lot of people. It's going to have a huge audience. I think there's going to be a ton of people that really, really enjoy it. But I don't think it's going to have like a lot of staying power.
Yeah.
Especially with Dreams right around the corner.
Yeah.
The music part of Dreams is super deep.
Okay.
And very easy to use.
What was the price point in this game again?
$20.
Yeah.
$20. Which so for a budget music maker, yeah, why
Not
not?
bad, yeah.
I mean, I had fun with it. I played it for 5 hours last night. I got my $20 worth already.
Yeah.
I think anyway.
Did you write a hit?
No. I wrote like 2 songs. In both of them, I was like, these are fucking garbage. Garbage.
Could write a new PSVR live.
All I wanted
tune.
to do was pull my guitar out and be like, can I just sample what I'm trying to do here?
Yeah.
And you
No
can't.
dice.
You can't sample anything. And
Yeah.
and especially since I'm more of a lyricist than a songwriter,
Mm-hmm.
I was really, really upset that I couldn't I couldn't
Add vocals
add
to it.
my vocal samples.
Microphone or anything.
Yeah.
That is strange.
Yeah, I have 2 different mic inputs, like on the camera and the PSVR headset.
There is nothing out really though that you can do that to, right?
No, well, Dreams, you will be able to.
You will be
Yeah.
with that vocals.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like all this stuff is fun while we wait for Dreams. And once Dreams gets here, it's all irrelevant.
No one will play it again.
No one's ever going to play it again.
Yeah.
No. It is fun. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like solving the puzzles in the game was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But as a music maker, I was like, I just don't think this is doing the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh well.
And then we did get the demo for Transference, the Walter test case.
Yeah, you did a lot. I was going to watch that, the one you played, but I didn't.
Well, you can play it yourself now.
Yes. You have to search for the demo?
It's way easier to find now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if you find Transference is now available to pre-order on the store.
I saw that, yeah.
$24.99.
Oh, for real? $24.99.
Cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And the demo is right there, like on that page. It says
Nice.
you can pre-order, and then right below it says try
Demo.
free demo.
Yeah.
Like let's try the free demo.
Sweet.
And apparently the demo is a prequel. So it's like not even like I don't even think the events that happen in the demo
Yeah.
are in the final game. So this is like kind of like an extra piece.
I like when that happens.
Yeah.
I like when the demo has nothing to do with the main game, where it's just it gives you an idea this is gonna how it plays out. Because there's nothing worse where they used to like the old days. It was like a 15-minute disc you'd get, and it was the beginning portion of a game or somewhere in the game. So when you got to that point, it's like I did all this.
Yep.
I've been here, done that, and it just kind of took the excitement and the wonder out of it. But when it's just like Kitchen, when they did Kitchen
was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I like the beginning. I think it was even better when it was
You're right.
the beginning hour.
The beginning hour, yeah.
Right, which was like it gave you a piece of that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the actual what happened in the actual game.
Yeah.
It was like here's how the game plays.
It's the environment, Yeah.
Yep.
That was a good idea.
You get you real excited for it for sure.
Yeah. Hey, Mad Mrs. in Black. Thank you very much.
Mad Mrs. in Black.
Yeah.
Is that that's really what it is? Mad Mrs. in Black.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really thought it was Mrs. Madman in Black the Game Cat. I'm really bad at this.
Well, it makes sense. Madman, Mad Miss in Black.
Yeah.
Miss.
Thank you for the donation.
Yes, thank you.
Very much appreciated. What did she write?
You guys are awesome. That thumbs up symbol. Thanks for all your hard work you put into the channel. Missing Mama Cat. Hope she feels better soon.
We miss her too.
We do too.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're not nearly as good at this as she is.
No, she really is good at multitasking and like doing all and playing games and talking about them.
She's just bad at reading. I mean, everyone's going to have a downfall.
And typing.
Right. I'm bad at talking. She's bad at reading.
Yeah.
You're bad at playing video games.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their downfall.
Yep.
But we also got some awesome news this week.
Let's hear it.
Other than Transference. By the way, did I say Transference coming out September 18th?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Dude, September, apparently. So here's the thing, right? Kind of a slow week.
Yep.
Right? We got Track Lab. All right.
Yeah.
Transference. Woohoo! We got
Yep.
the demo. But in the next week is insane. And everyone's like, well, why are they loading up all these games next week, right? Because next week we got Torn.
Yep.
Already available for pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, after the Persistence came out, is my next big anticipated game.
Yeah.
And then Catch and Release we think is coming out next week, which is the fishing game. You Alone on a Lake or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is the only good fishing game I think we're going to have on PSVR. What else is coming out? Firewall 0 Hour, which is huge.
Yeah,
right?
wow.
4v4, aim control, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, fine. We've been talking about that one for so long, too.
So what, and then the game you played at PAX East. Not PAX East. We went to PAX East.
We did.
PAX East, Bout of Blood.
Oh.
Well, people are interested.
Well, they will be. Maybe they shouldn't be.
Maybe it'll be better than you think it is.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to play it anyway.
Maybe they sped things up like by 100 and the boats don't just move as if they were actual boats.
Well, I think the thing is they probably put you in like a super beginner level with a super beginner boat.
Yeah.
And because
all the training wheels on type of thing.
Because you know that Sony thinks everybody has motion sickness in VR.
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, let's make sure it's real slow and it's going to really suck.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that like maybe it's better than that.
Yeah. Let's hope.
It's also not expensive. But four relatively big games coming out on the same day next week.
Yeah.
Right? That's insanity.
Yeah.
And so we've been saying for a while, why is that happening?
They do that with, hard copy non-VR games too. Or they used to when I used to years back work at GameStop. It'd be a Tuesday and there'd be a mass amount of releases. And it's like, why are these all now? No one's going to buy this one because this one came out. And you know what I mean? And I don't know why they do that, but they certainly do. It's kind of like movies. Oh, Polish Paul. Thank you. And he likes Vroom Kaboom.
Yeah, but you're also kind of dumb. I love you, Paul. Vroom Kaboom's okay. It's not. It's just. Yeah. It's just not good.
I like Darkened Sky for GameCube. That sucked. That was the Skittles. We've discussed this.
I've got it up there.
So yeah, I get it, Polish Paul. I haven't played Vroom Kaboom.
I like Orphan, Scion of Sorcery for PlayStation 2. And
I know the name in the box. I don't know if I've played it.
Yeah, very few people have. It's based on an anime that never really that was never really popular here. It's over there somewhere.
If I've seen
it's
the box,
behind the Farpoint box.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, you gotta start moving stuff. Everything falls off.
It's gonna go to hell.
Whatever. There's liking games that other people don't is one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was trying to say was that we've been wondering why did they stack this particular day in August?
Yeah.
Like, we don't know anything that's coming out in September. Like, why are they stacking this? And as that turns out, September is loaded now.
Oh, really?
September's loaded up with new releases. So Creed, Rise to Glory.
Yep.
Comes out. Wait, I think you know what? I wonder if
it was like September towards the end, wasn't it?
Wait, I wonder if this is also my Transference playthrough.
I hope so.
Nope,
it's the real one.
It really is. It really is Creed.
Nice.
That's insanity. This looks great. And Servios is an amazing developer.
Yeah,
right?
They've done some good stuff.
And everybody wants an actual fighting game for PlayStation VR. Like Knockout League was awesome.
Yeah.
Knockout League was awesome, but it was way more. It was like Punch Out, like the VR version. It didn't feel like you were actually like one-on-one punching.
Yep.
It was like oh, you gotta wait for the tell when it's your turn to punch.
Yeah, like they've got that pattern, and it's just as soon as you learn the pattern, you're all set. Yeah,
and this looks far more like, and I don't want to call it a simulation because I think it's probably very arcadey, but I think it's less Punch Out and more knockout. What's the EA boxing game? Not Knockout Kings. That's what it used to be called. Fight Night.
Oh, Fight Night.
Right?
Round 2.
Round 3 was my favorite one on PlayStation 3.
That was a popular one.
So this is coming out September 25th.
5th. There you go.
Okay.
I actually thought that in my head.
And then
he has the was it Vaz? Not Vaz. The painted on abs. Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah.
Abs. Was that Voss?
Vaughn. Vaan.
That's right. Vaughn, not Voss.
Painted on because they had a limited number of polygons to work with, right? It was just like
it was pretty painted.
That was a strange looking game, but I really like the look of it.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 game, right?
Oh yeah.
Final
and then
Fantasy 12.
they re-released the high def
Zodiac Age.
Yeah, which I
PS4.
bought because that was one of my favorite Final Fantasies, 12 and 9.
Did you end up playing 12 again on PS4 after you bought it? Or
I did.
You did?
Not the whole thing. 8 hours, maybe.
How does it look?
It looks good, but it's still...
Were the abs still painted on?
Oh, yeah. It was still all like that. Just looked tighter, His abs. He definitely was, working on his abs. But, still the same game, little tighter.
All right.
Nicer abs.
Nice.
Oh, Dez is around. What's up, Dez?
Hey, what's happening, Dez? You want to come fill in for Michelle? He always gets home like when it's too late for him to actually come to the show.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? But yeah, Unearthing Mars 2. That's a September release. September 18th for $20. Transference, as we know now, September 18th again. So like September's starting to fill up like quite a bit. Like
there's a lot of stuff coming in.
3 big games in September that we know about. And I don't have the full release schedule in front of me. I'm sure there's probably more. So man, the rest of this year is looking pretty intense already.
Yeah, it's always the latter half of the year that usually starts getting a lot of big titles. Not as much VR titles, but hopefully that'll start changing around. You know.
Yeah.
With why do you think Sony? I wanted to ask you that. What was it that prompted Sony to make the announcement about how many VR headsets and the attach rate and all that kind of stuff? Is it just because maybe they just want people to be aware other people are playing this thing and they want it to sell better, or?
Well, I mean, with like 3 million units is kind of a milestone.
Yeah.
Right. So what prompted them? I think a couple things. One, they want to make sure that the PlayStation VR community knows that they are still behind this thing.
Yeah.
They're still supporting it. That it's not the next Vita.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's hope not. Really.
And also, like, I think that's like a reminder for the world. Be like, hey, VR's like, so many people say VR's a gimmick.
Yeah.
And I think it's so easy to say that and then just pass and never play it. But when PlayStation comes out or Sony comes out and says, hey, world.
Yeah.
We sold 3 million headsets.
Yeah.
And you start talking about the attach rate, like with the attach rate is like roughly seven games.
Yeah.
Which for a thing that's only out for 2 years,
yeah.
Not even, that's really
huge,
big.
Huge, yeah.
So I got to figure I own 150.
I would hope this would make Sony realize people are starving for more games for VR because they're buying experiences too, because they had to lump that into what people are buying.
Yeah.
And obviously they're paying $1.99 to grab something just for something to play.
Yep.
So I hope they developers start ramping up too and start getting on board.
I mean, as we've seen, like this the last couple months have been insane. Like the releases are just nonstop.
The games are getting a little bit meatier.
They
are. If you noticed, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're definitely getting meatier.
Yeah.
The price points aren't really much different. If you think
they're not too bad,
right?
I mean, Evasion. We got a release date for Evasion.
Yep,
it's coming from Archiac. That's October 9th, so that's right after the whole September slew of games.
Yeah,
that's $40. It's supposed to be a full-fledged game.
Yeah,
Creed is $30. Unearthing Mars is $20. And Transference $25. We don't know how long these games are.
Yeah,
but the quality of them looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, and I don't have this picture handy, unfortunately, because I set this show up last minute, but BitPlanet, get all these developers' names wrong, BitPlanet Studios, they showed off a picture of a stealth bomber on Reddit, on the PSVR subreddit.
Okay.
And they were like, hey, just as a teaser for our next game, here's a picture of a stealth bomber.
Yeah.
I was like, and so I reached out to them, and I was like, hey, what's up? Give me some more information. Give me anything.
Yeah.
Give me anything, because I want to start hyping the announcement for your next game.
Sure.
Before you even announce it. And they were like, yeah, we can't tell you anything. And I was like, all right. And they're like, yeah, this is the picture is a teaser of our next game. And I was like, well, we know that. And they said it's safe to assume that there will be stealth involved.
Yeah, you would hope.
And but now I'm like,
you don't know if it's stealth as in flight or just stealth in general.
Well, I mean, the fact is that BitPlanet they made Ultra Wings.
Yeah.
They're the Ultra Wings developer. They've got flying nailed. Like, they really did a great job. Like, there's 4 different planes in that game. They all feel dramatically different, but they nailed the flying aspect, hands down. I was on my couch. I took off for the first time. I thought my couch was like, I thought the whole living room was taken off, right? So they've nailed it. And so I'm like, what's the probability that they go, hey, we're going to make a different type of game, that our next game isn't going to be a flying game?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be Ultra Wings 2, and they're going to take it to this next level where it's like, hey, here's a stealth bomber that you get to pilot.
Yeah.
Right? That's my guess.
We'll see.
But the fact is, when they responded by saying, I think it's a safe bet to say there will be stealth in this game, I'm like, so are they just being like super coy?
Yeah.
And being like, we're making a Metal Gear game?
Just showing a stealth bomber because you're used to us in flying games.
Right.
And is Sam Fisher returning,
The probability is so low
that
they're doing anything other than a flying game, especially with that picture. But they got to me.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm very curious now. Do you know that Gamescom is going on right now?
Yes, I've heard and I've seen articles.
What, in Cologne, Germany? Is that what that is?
I don't know.
I'm really bad with that. It's in Tokyo, maybe.
Tokyo, Germany?
Maybe Paris.
Paris, Germany?
I think Paris has a show. Paris Gamescom week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, in Cologne, Germany.
Yeah.
Gamescom 2018. They're showing off. There's stuff happening. Things are being announced. So this week, keep an eye out. I think there's going to be even more announcements than some of the shit we got.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should probably start the show the way we begin every show. A little game of should we or shouldn't we?
Shouldn't we?
You don't have anything to talk about. Do you have anything to talk about?
Did I see a movie? Have I done anything? I mean, no. I've been sick.
All right. Well, I mean, I already talked quite a bit about everything I've been playing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll be back in just a moment after this short commercial break. I'm gonna make sure there's commercials eventually. There are no commercials though.
Nice.
So we're just gonna fade to this.
Ooh, the curtains.
Yeah.
Nice.
You missed the curtains?
I do miss them. I like how they sway a little bit.
They sway just a little bit, and then it's funny because they only sway for the first few seconds.
Yeah, which is awesome. Like
But-
you've placed them there and they're settling.
But in my head, they sway for way longer than that. Like it's like I look and I'm like, oh, are they still kind of
It's
moving?
moving a little bit.
No, they're not. That's a static image now.
Yeah,
But it certainly looks like it.
it does.
All right. What do you think? Should we open the curtains?
We should. Yeah. Do we do like the hand gestures? Wow.
They're doing construction literally on the other side of this wall.
Nice.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. It's.
They're usually really good about this.
What are they? What kind of tool are they using?
I don't know, but I've woken up to
Whoopee
that
cushion?
sound so many times.
Really?
Right? It's like the farting tool.
Yeah, it's like the.
It's
They
awful.
must be installing the toilets.
Oh my god! All right, you ready? You ready to open the curtains?
I am.
All right, let's.
Ready?
1, 2,
3.
go.
Nope. And
There we go. I
hey.
don't know. Maybe I'll get better at that as
It
time
worked.
goes on. We don't pop popcorn or turn off the lights because I
No.
don't have that shit ready. This is PlayStation VR.
Theater.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah, I don't have the theme song ready either.
Oh, Mikey Sensei saw it. I finally saw it like a few weeks back too. It was pretty sweet. I actually really enjoyed it. Did you not like it? I don't remember you.
On your
thought
mark,
on
get
it.
set, go.
Go.
Jesus Christ.
Me, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so didn't I talk about this or no?
I don't know, just talk.
So I'd never seen the original It.
What?
Yeah, with Tim Curry. Never saw it. It. Never saw it. Never read the book. None of it. It. So I basically
How are we even friends?
yeah, I don't know. You didn't know this. So apparently
Yeah, I would have kicked you out years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, the significant other wanted to watch the remake. We had tried actually going to see it at the theater once before, and it was sold out. So we're like, all right, there goes that. And she was a huge Stephen King fan.
Yeah.
Seen the movie a bunch, read all the books of Stephen King, you name it.
So I like her way more than I like you.
Yeah, you should.
Can she fill in for you when you're not here?
Oh, she'd be way more prepared, on top of it, and focused. I'm
So
the
that's a yes.
opposite of her.
Okay.
All over. So I watched the movie, and I actually really enjoyed this remake. It was a lot more, I don't want to say trippy, like Legion on FX type of trippy,
Yeah.
but the segments and the portions with Pennywise were kind of fucked up in a way. You know, like it wasn't a typical type of a scare thing, like, "Bruh," you know, or anything like that. So I kind of enjoyed being on my toes in the sense of when they showed Pennywise,
Yeah.
what kind of psychological weird thing, and I liked how they made his movements and the screen. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting with portraying him and I guess how people felt around him. So I enjoyed it.
Counterpoint.
You should see it. It must see.
Counterpoint.
Yes.
Wasn't scary at all.
Not fearful. Psychological. It was definitely fucked up.
So the original movie,
Yes.
granted, I saw it when I was 12.
Yeah.
The miniseries.
Yeah.
Okay. And when I was 12, there was no video on demand,
Yeah.
right? It wasn't available to just rent anywhere. Hey, what's up? Climb back up.
Hey.
I was like, what are those red words?
I
over
know,
there?
huh?
It like drew my
It's pretty
attention to the
sweet.
chat. So the way I watched the original miniseries was a friend in the 6th grade, a 12-year-old boy named Jason Rio. Was
Yeah.
like one of my friends. I don't know. I think we were like really good friends when we were in the 6th grade, but like never before that or after that.
Yep.
He taped on a VHS tape on not cable,
Yeah.
right? Like the antenna thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it rolled. Yeah.
All like 5 or 6 episodes or whatever it is together onto one tape, and he was like, you can borrow this, and I was like so excited. My other friend, Andrew Hickson, like
Yeah.
I remember these names, and so it was like super late at night,
Yeah.
and we put the VHS tape in, and it's like the screen's kind of like wavy a little
tracking,
bit, the
yeah.
tracking sucks,
Yeah.
and it's a little bit fuzzy, right?
Yeah.
But this all worked in our favor,
Yeah.
to make an already scary fucking miniseries even scarier. And we're watching it late at night, and we were just fucking petrified,
Yeah.
right? To the point where like I had nightmares about Tim Curry's Pennywise for years.
Yeah.
Right? It was the scariest moment of my life, And it stuck with me for so long, and so that's why I was so excited for the remake. I was like, okay, here I am as an adult, who, as everybody knows, still gets scared of things, right? Scared of movies, scared of VR games.
Yeah.
I get scared a lot.
VR games so easy to get scared.
Why I love scary things, because they do affect me.
Yeah.
And so I went to the theater to see the remake. I was like during the opening weekend.
Yep.
And never once was I even a little bit tense. Not at any point during that movie was I like, this is even remotely scary.
Yeah.
I felt like I've never said this about a movie before in my life, but I've said it about this many times. The editing just was poorly done. Anytime that like they showed a quick shot of like Pennywise that should have been scary, they just stayed on the shot way too long. Where you're like, oh, we're just staring at this guy making a face instead of being something scary.
So yeah, you have a whole different history with that. I just didn't want to see it, had no real interest in seeing it, went to because she wanted to see it, we didn't make it, and then it was kind of like sitting on the couch one day, you know how you just like end up watching a bunch of trailers and never settling on a movie, and it's like been 3 hours, so it was like, oh, here's
definitely
that,
been
watch
there,
it.
yes.
Yeah. So we put it on, watched it, and I was like, surprisingly, I liked it way more than I thought I would have. I honestly thought I wasn't going to like it, and I had no interest.
Yeah.
But if maybe I had, like if they remade The Stand, and then I saw it, and I'm like, this wasn't, because I really enjoyed. Do you remember when The Stand was on? I think it was in the early 90s, right? 92, 93. I remember we'd all be skating around town doing whatever, and it'd be like, uh-oh, Pete, you got to give us a ride home. The Stand's, and we'd all just have to get driven home. Yeah. So when The Stand was on, you could be on and watch it because, again, there was no on demand, no repeating it. Yeah. If you didn't watch it, you fucking missed out.
Or if you didn't have a VHS tape ready to
hit play or record,
because you couldn't trust the VCR clock.
No,
it was always blinking 12.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, I set it for AM or PM. You could never end it right or begin it right. Yeah, that was a nightmare.
So, and here's the thing: it's like I don't want to talk shit about the new version of Stephen King's It. It just wasn't scary. It was really well told, and it was a better representation of the book than the first movie.
I heard it was more exact. That's what she was saying.
It was a really well done movie. It just wasn't scary, and that bothered me because I went there to see a scary movie.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the way it was told. But that was kind of it.
Yeah,
it.
Anyways,
all right, theater.
Hey.
So let's watch that Unearthing Mars 2 trailer.
Do it.
All right, here we go. Bam. All right. That doesn't look right. That looks like it's probably not.
Sparkles.
But what is? Everything is wrong this week.
Let's see what this one is.
Everything's wrong this week. the video is cornered. This is totally messed up.
Yeah, it's very different. And there's no comments scrolling on that side.
Total disaster.
That's all right. This thing's flying and
can somebody else do my job for me?
He looks like Ganon in which Zelda when he was like the Jack. Wait. Oh, which one was that? I'm trying to think. God damn it. He was no longer the pig Ganon. He became Ganondorf. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was more in the Link to the Past when he was like Ganondorf.
Are you okay?
GameCube, the jacked one.
It might have been
Not the same
GameCube,
without
but not
Catherine.
Wind Waker.
No, I don't. No, Wind Waker. Nope, not at all.
Activate.
How
Where
many
was he
people
jacked?
die in this war?
Yeah, is anybody gonna tell
Why
us?
are we the ones who must perish?
It wasn't Skyward Sword.
No, Skyward Sword. Actually, I was really annoyed because with the controls, when it was separated in two different control formats, I could never run straight and jump over ledges. I always drifted off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't stop.
But
What the hell?
I can picture him totally because he kind of looked
Yep.
like that. You know?
Yep.
God dang nabbit.
You know what it is? It's Twilight Princess.
Was it Twilight Princess?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's probably why. That's I don't remember the least out of all of them.
I feel like I tried to play the HD one on the Wii U.
Yeah.
And then my Pro controller died, and I was like, well, I guess I'm never playing this.
I didn't want to play the wolf with Nona, whatever her name was, like that.
Are we supposed to be watching this trailer?
We are.
Yeah. So here's the thing about this trailer. The trailer looks incredible.
It does look pretty intense. Yeah.
Nothing at all like the original game, which is probably why it looks incredible.
Yep.
So, man, I like the fact that at the very beginning, it just shows the aim controller, and your dude walking up and grabbing the aim controller, and you're like, and so from right away they're like, this is what this game is going to be.
Yeah.
Forget everything you know. This game is going to be about shooting. I'm like, sweet.
So we'll see. Maybe they're like, we got a kind of a all right platform here. Let's fucking revamp what we made.
Yeah, I've got to, except during that trailer, there was a moment where you're sitting in the exact same cockpit with the exact same people, I think, or maybe not. I think she died. I don't remember. Spoilers. No, the game is fucking terrible. And they're still referring to you as co-pilot,
Okay.
instead of like a name. The voice acting still sounds horrible.
Yeah.
So I think there is definitely some solid story segments here that are probably not going to come across very well.
Okay.
But I copied and pasted this from the PlayStation blog. Unearthing Mars 2 is a futuristic first-person shooter, VR shooter. It says FPS VR shooter. From beginning to end.
Okay.
Featuring slow-motion superpowers, distinctive weapons, and challenging boss battles. You experience adrenaline-pumping first-person shooter combat as you shoot down enemies and bend time to your advantage. Each of the various fast-paced shooting stages features 6 or more weapons to choose from.
Okay.
The primary weapons are an assault rifle and a shotgun. As you advance further, you unlock special weapons such as rocket launchers, plasma weapons, chain guns. Additional rare and powerful weapons can be found during boss fights. In any enemy encounter, the player is able to trigger sharp focus, where within a split second of slowed time, the player is able to quickly aim and take down enemy weak points. Given the relatively low cooldown of the sharp focus ability, players are able to practically become invincible for short periods of time during critical combat moments. And they say, in the end, Unearthing Mars 2 is all about boss battles. From fighting superhuman behemoths to gigantic automatons to a showdown in space limbo, these boss battles will test your shooting ability while offering unique gameplay mechanics in each fight. I don't trust this. Right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When you have an aim controller,
Yep.
you want full locomotion. You have
Yeah.
2 analog sticks.
Yep.
There were moments in the trailer that we just watched that looked like teleportation.
Really.
They were like, and it might have been kind of that, crap, I forget the name of it. Blood and Truth. Like where it's like you select a waypoint and it just kind of goes there.
Yeah.
But I have a strong feeling that the number of times they say first-person shooter in this, they don't really mean what we think of first-person shooter.
Yeah.
I think this is going to seem more wave shootery and like very
Rail
much focused
shooter,
on
teleportation.
okay, here's the next part and it's a boss battle kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When they say focusing mostly on boss battles, that's kind of like demos, where it's like, here's a boss battle. Like you might encounter a couple of waves of enemies and then the boss.
Yeah.
Or at the same time, his boss while you're encountering waves of enemies.
Yep.
I always never liked how games ramped up the difficulty of a boss by just having enemies around the boss as well. Because if it was just him and you, you'd fucking crush him.
Yep.
I hate that. They did that a lot in Quantum Break, especially at the end. Fucking piece of shit. I played the whole game and I couldn't beat the end boss because of that situation. The end of the game. I never finished it.
I got like 2 hours into Quantum Break.
I get to the very end.
This was the Remedy game, right?
Yeah. And I loved Alan Wake is one of my top 5. We'll never fall off of that.
Like top 5 favorite games of all time?
Loved it.
All right, I'm definitely going back and figuring that thing
I loved it.
I got to play Quantum Break. Shit, I give my Xbox to Des.
But Alan Wake might not be entirely as impactful now for you to play it because you've experienced a lot of shit, you know? Yeah. So might just missed its point for you.
Maybe I'll just leave it where it is.
Leave it.
Yeah.
You missed it.
What do you think? Unearthing Mars 2. What's it's obviously it's going to be $20.
Thanks, Mutant Fox. He just donated. Not to keep beating a dead horse, but this really makes me wish we'd get PSVR Alien Isolation.
Agreed. Absolutely. If anything made me think that more than ever, it was the Persistence. You have my physical copy of the Persistence.
I do, yeah. And now that the PlayStation was working, I was like, it actually blinked into my mind that I had that game.
I'm holding you to this next week.
I want to play.
Yeah.
See, that's when he was talking about, I got this playing in the background, I got that playing. All the cats wonder why doesn't he just play. I can't, like the kids, they're awake, they go to bed, now they're getting older. And it's like fucking 9 o'clock and they're getting in bed.
Yeah.
Once they get in bed, Jeremy's got to prepare camp. I got to get all their food, their towels, their stuff ready for the next day. My lunch. I got to tidy up everything. I get in the shower. By the time I get out, it's like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I got to be up at 6:20. And, the nights I don't have them, I work until 8, get out like the other day. 2 hours 50 minutes past closing time, I was still there with a person. So I mean, it's so unpredictable when I can get out of work, and it just fucking. So yes, many excuses to why Jeremy doesn't get into the virtual world as much as he should, because getting out of the real one could be a nice break at times.
I hate that you have a real life.
I know, me too.
I wish you would stop with that.
Berber Cat, I would love to start doing reviews. I, honest to God.
Wait.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking you to do a review?
Yeah.
You didn't have time to play games.
I know, that would be the first thing I'd have to tackle.
You don't have time to play. You don't have time to play for should we or shouldn't we?
No.
A 90-second.
But I would so
Rant.
love to do a review, and I really, I have for a while now. Wish I could.
I want to do reviews too. I want Michelle. Michelle's not ever going to do a review.
The time and then once I do, it's like if I was to review a 5-hour game, I can't designate one night to do that. That would be 7 weeks. By the time I came out with my review, the game would be a classic greatest hits.
The sequel would be out.
Yeah, yeah, that too.
Here's Jeremy's take on a very old PlayStation VR game.
Remember this one?
Yeah, maybe you should do this, and then be my guest host on Why We Left PlayStation VR, because that's what Des and I specialize in.
Yeah, I've noticed.
It's old games.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check out another trailer, and I'm super excited for this because this is a game that was just announced, as far as I know, this morning.
Oh, for real?
This is called Falcon Age. Let's do this. God damn it! Hold on, wait. I'm not putting up with this shit. I'm not putting up with this shit. I want to see this in all of its glory.
Let's see.
I'm gonna fix this.
Oh, those little birdies.
I'm gonna fix this, cats. All right, here we go.
Falcons.
We're gonna transition back, and then we're gonna transition back. We're gonna make this right. We're gonna make this right.
Let's do it.
There it is. Ha!
Fantasy violence.
The best kind of violence, except for real violence.
Yeah.
Is that a drone?
That was like a drone.
What in the fuck is a drone doing in this nice little fantasy world? And how? Oh, look at that.
Look at him.
I want it to be
or her.
Full locomotion.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Yep.
Oh, look at the thing getting big. Oh, his hand extended out holding that.
That must have been a really long bridge.
That was the longest bridge ever.
The bird grew up in a
dude's
in a walk.
strength to hold his hand like that and have that fucking hawk
for 4 years.
Yeah.
I love the art style.
The art style is pretty neat. It reminds me of something. What is it? A little Wind Waker, actually, coincidentally.
A little Wind Waker.
And something else.
Yeah, it's just something else that's getting me.
I'll put my finger on it in a minute.
Yeah.
Not Borderlands. It's definitely Wind Waker and
I don't know, like
a cel-shaded-y type of a game. What the fuck?
Did we just pick a tick off of the bird? What did we do to that?
I don't know.
Falcon Age. Holy crap! I love the look of this game.
Yeah, that looks pretty neat. I don't know what you do with it.
So here's the thing. What month is it right now? August.
It's August. Yeah.
All right.
Bird's head stays steady. Huh?
Seriously. So so we were saying just like a month ago, we're like, hey, we know a lot about what's happening for the rest of 2018, but we have like no announcements for 2019.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet.
Been pretty damn quiet,
Yeah.
but things are starting to happen.
Yeah.
And it's getting exciting because Falcon Age is coming in 2019. We got Ace Combat 7 coming in January of 2019.
Yeah. Now is that's a port? I forget because Ace Combat 7's already happened, right?
No, Ace Combat 7 they've been talking about for so long. That is actually finally coming.
Is it both? It's regular and VR.
So here's the thing. I know on like on the PSVR subreddit right now, there's a conversation going on that like, man, people like to talk about things that are irrelevant. But it is so there's like a Japanese translation issue, right?
Yeah.
Where they're like with a special PSVR mission.
Oh.
But it's not what it means.
Okay.
Right? We've been hearing about this game for over a year now, and they're saying that, and they've been saying that
13, the drunk gamer. That might be what I was thinking. That was the one David Duchovny did the voice acting for. Remember that cell shaded?
I remember 13.
Yeah.
Because it's XIII.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't say it's exactly that game it reminds me of, but when I saw 13, I was like, ah.
Yeah, that's not what I was thinking about, but yeah, I remember 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I always get 13 confused with that, was it Suda 51 game, or it's a Killer 7?
Oh. You
Yeah.
get those confused, huh?
Well, because they were both cell-shaded.
Yeah.
And I didn't play either one of them when they first came out.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, 13 is more like a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Killer 7 is story-driven, whatever. But
fucking weird.
7 different murderers. Is that what that game was about?
Yeah, and you were the one assassin, right?
Yeah. Maybe okay. So I should say I used to get them confused because I obviously know which one's which now. I don't know. Ain't getting better all the time.
No.
So I copied and pasted this also from the PlayStation blog. So this must be from the developer because I'm going to read it in first person anyway.
Go for it.
I'm incredibly excited to announce Falcon Age, a new first-person falcon hunting action-adventure that will be coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR in 2019. The game starts on a dying colony planet that has been turned into a desert by machine invaders, drones.
There you go.
With its culture destroyed and resources depleted, play as Ara, A-R-A. So you think it's Ara or Ara?
Ara.
Ara. After Aloy, anything's possible.
Yeah, right.
Jesus. Who's been wrongfully thrown in jail for a minor infraction. While she awaits her fate in a lonely cell, she passes the time by befriending a young falcon. Together, they escape and set off on an adventure to help the resistance reclaim their freedom and drive off the invaders. Learn to hunt, gather, and fight, and reclaim your cultural legacy in the lost art of falcon hunting.
Really?
Falcon hunt makes it sound like we're hunting falcons.
True, I know.
Instead of having a falcon that hunts.
Hunt with the falcon.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Against the force of automated colonizers. Explore a strange land while bonding with your falcon and helping the resistance. Falcon Age has been built from the ground up specifically for PlayStation VR using Move controllers or DualShock 4.
Wow.
Oh, people will be happy about that. People
Yeah.
who like options.
Yep.
It can also be played on a PS4 or PS4 Pro, no VR required, using DualShock 4 and standard first-person shooter controls. Interesting that they say that.
Yeah. Standard first-person controls.
They say it can also be played on a PlayStation 4 with standard first-person shooter controls. But why? Please tell me that in VR you can also use standard first-person shooter controls.
Yeah.
Right? Is this they're gonna force you
They're
to use
like, we
teleportation?
told you here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of this, but they did say it was developed from the ground up for specifically for PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
So let's hope that's this is just like a weird statement.
Wait, are they also maybe implying that somebody can control the bird on the regular PlayStation screen? It wasn't implying that.
No.
That'd be pretty awesome.
No.
I'm getting.
They're saying, yeah, you're going down
I'm going
down a rabbit hole.
I don't know.
They're saying the game can be played on VR or non-VR.
Okay.
But the fact is, I really, really hope.
They didn't mean this controller when you play it non-VR.
Right. So because you could in VR you can use Move controllers or the DualShock 4. Let's just hope that you can play it however you want to, smooth turning, full locomotion, the whole deal.
Yeah.
We want to give gamers options on how to experience the unique world with Falcon Age, with custom tailored support for different play styles and devices. Perfect. That sounds good.
Yep.
To me.
Totally.
That's it. All right. Good.
Nice.
Yes, this game looks awesome.
It does look pretty neat.
Yeah.
And it's gonna drive me fucking nuts trying to think of the other game that reminds me of besides Wind Waker. Here, Brian, I got one ready for you.
Perfect. I'll put that behind my ear now. Yep.
And there's that one.
Okay. What the hell game does that look like?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
It's not 13 though.
It's not. It's more recent than that.
Yeah.
You said Borderlands, and I was like, maybe that's what I'm thinking of, but no, it's not.
It's not.
Because Borderlands is grittier than that.
Yeah.
It's like still kind of cell shaded-ish, but yeah.
Definitely, the smoke reminded me of Wind Waker. There's no doubt there.
Well, where'd there's smoke?
Yeah, there's
Wait,
Wind Waker.
How are you on time today? What's your deal?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then let's not hang out on this any longer.
My brain won't let me go.
Okay. We got some people we want to thank. Real
Absolutely.
quick.
Let's do it.
Do you want to? These people down here. Right down.
There they are.
There they are. These are our loyal Patreon supporters. I want to get a little apology. This is the same list as last week.
Okay.
So if you are a new Patreon supporter and you want to see your name on this list, I'm really, really sorry. Just Patreon makes it impossible for me to just like get a list of Patreon supporters. I have to like go in and type these things out one by one.
Yeah.
It's a very strange system. So sorry. I think I'm gonna try to update the list on the first of every month.
And just keep it through the month.
After the new Patreon supporters get charged for the first time.
Yeah.
And then I'll like add them to the list, right? Because people come and go so quickly that it's like, God, it's hard to keep up with.
Sure.
So I'm gonna do my absolute best. So if you are a new Patreon supporter, thank you very much.
Coco, thank you. Coco wrote, speaking of being stuck in the real world, I expect a call any hour now about our new baby girl arriving. Pray for my headset and my sleep.
Wow.
Hey,
wow.
Congratulations.
A new game kitten.
Yeah, new kitten. Yeah,
Coco the poop cat dog.
yeah. But that's true. You'll be able to play VR and sleep for a little bit longer. But as that kid gets older, nope. I'm sorry.
Congratulations, Coco.
Yeah, but
that's
congratulations.
Awesome.
It's a whole new world of
getting
fun.
a call. So he's not home.
No.
Wow.
No, he's out saving the world somewhere.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Scooping cat poop up. But yeah, congratulations, man.
Yeah, fantastic. Is this your first? Did you say his first?
I expect about our new baby girl. So, I mean, they might have thrown the old one away.
Maybe.
They got a new one.
I mean, you do have to update the children every so often.
Yeah.
Right?
It's what, 18?
Before they get to like 13,
College
14.
level. They need, like, when you start to have to send them to college.
Oh, because that gets
It's
expensive.
wicked expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking earlier because like around the time they turn 13, 14, 15,
Yep.
they start going like, it's like the puberty thing and I hate my parents stage.
Yeah, the
It's
voices
like,
are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they like need stuff like they want a new cell phone.
Crusty clothes.
My cell phone's outdated.
Yeah.
Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right?
Kid.
Fucking cell phone. I was 33. I was 33 when I got a cell phone. I didn't fucking care before that.
When I was your age.
Yeah.
Computers took up a whole room.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is guys. You know what?
Oh, he's got. Oh, that's
What?
so Fret said he's got 2. I thought Coco was saying he had 2 already. But yeah, this must be his first because if he's worried about VR time,
Yeah.
then he doesn't know that. Yeah, you might as well throw the headset away, or use it as a cereal bowl for when you feed the kid in the morning.
Guys, put your viewer takeovers down in the in the comments here. If you have anything you want us to talk about, put them up right up here.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And as soon as you got to go, just fucking let me know. And
Yeah, a couple minutes here, we can see what people say.
Absolutely. But so thank you guys so much for the Patreon support. $1. I gotta make a better effort of talking about Patreon because what happens is we don't do the Patreon play. We don't like viewer takeover is not its own show anymore. We
Yeah.
don't like do the whole like please we need money kind of thing. But
Yeah.
but please we need money kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is the longer I spend on the channel and the less time I spend at work means the less income I have every month.
Yeah.
And I totally rely on Patreon support. So patreon.com/withoutprogames. If we could legit get like I don't know, like just like 1,000 people giving us $1 a month, like my life would be way easier.
A lot easier.
So like we don't want to ask a lot of any person. We just want to say thank you to the people who do support us, and just the bare minimum is all we really need from you.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Brian's gonna have to start going back to work a lot more.
Actually, I have to work tomorrow, which is really strange. I haven't worked a Wednesday in forever. Yeah. If anybody's who I work with is watching, anybody want to work tomorrow? No. So to start off, viewer takeover, Meow Dow, aka J Dow, aka Justin Sadowski, wrote on the Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes review discussion.
Yeah.
He wrote #Would You Rather. Remember #Would You Rather?
Oh, yeah.
He wrote #Would You Rather play the original PSP for the rest of your life, or the original NDS for Nintendo DS, right?
Yeah.
For the rest of your life. So I'm assuming he means only these consoles, only these
Just
portables.
DS games, not Game Boy Advance, right? Just only DS,
Right,
not
just DS,
3DS.
just the DS library or just the PSP library. Because if my PSP, I have everything emulated on there.
Yeah.
So no, just the PSP library or just the Nintendo DS library.
I'd go PSP. Even though the DS had fantastic games, the PSP had more games that were my style. A lot of fantastic, more mature RPGs.
Yeah.
I liked those.
I would say Nintendo DS, mostly because I owned a PSP for the entire time it was popular.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of those games already, and then I didn't get into the Nintendo DS until later, and I started like picking up those games, but not having a lot of time to play any of them.
Okay.
And there's a ton of like visual novels and stuff like that. And if I'm not allowed to play PlayStation VR games anymore, well then I've got a ton of time to finally play all these like visual novels.
You got all those UMDs and whatnot on the PSP. You could rewatch what Nicolas Cage movie wasn't Ghost Rider on. They had so many different movies on there.
To watch the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I think that was packaged in with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
What else? Family Guy episodes. Remember that? You could get little Family Guy episodes, a couple of them on a UMD.
God, the Universal Media Disc.
Yeah.
Did Sony really think
it was going to skyrocket and go through?
Right.
We used to have
UMD was going to actually be like you can buy like a little UMD drive for your PC or something.
Yeah.
Like, no,
it's Universal. Everyone's going to use it. You can fit them anywhere.
Like I think the UMDs are like the opposite of Universal.
Yeah. It's like I can only use this here if I own this thing for this one purpose.
Exactly.
But we used to have fucking morons that would buy a brand new sealed one. Sealed.
Yeah.
They'd leave, come back, and try to bullshit. I'm talking moments later. This was broken in the package because the fucking morons would take out the UMD and try to... I'm going to get a complaint that I'm just a mean, angry person.
You are a mean, angry person. But
they'd crack open the UMD to try to get at the disc and break that. That had happened countless times. Countless. And we're like, oh, really? Yeah, it came like this? I mean, it would be nice because customers would be like, oh, okay. When really it's kind of like, oh, fucking moron. Yeah. Let me take your car keys because you certainly shouldn't be driving on the road.
Right. It's like, I can't. I'm trying to figure out how they could even think that this is a thing.
Countless times.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Nintendo DS.
We had a few quick things.
All right, good. What do we got?
Now I got to find them.
Also, I'm gonna do a live stream after this. Me and Madman and Black the Game Cat.
Oh yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
I think we're gonna play some Battlezone.
Nice.
Yeah. I just reviewed Battlezone recently, and I love it. I figure it's time for him and I to hang out and play some.
It's a Battlezone.
Not
X. What was that other one? Something with X in it.
You mean the newly announced game that we talked about on this week?
Yeah.
Battle X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote something. Kids expire. I think mine went sour at 14. If Jeremy was to score games, what system would he use? I don't know if we should get into that.
Wait, score what?
Somebody asked Gamertag VR if I was to score games, what would I use for my system?
A score, like a rating system.
Yeah.
What would you use?
I don't know.
Out of all the rating systems you've ever seen in your life, which one's been your favorite?
Who was it that used to break down, gameplay, story, controls, graphics? They used to score them all individually.
There was GamePro that did the faces.
Was it game
for like graphics, control, sound, and
all that kind of stuff? But didn't they switch to a number system?
I don't know.
And then they compiled that number system into a score?
I don't know.
I always liked that because you can't really gear everything or gauge it all the same because it could visually look great. Story could suck and gameplay could be mediocre, and together you can't say that's like an 8. Because say visually it got a 9, story got a 4, and then something else got a 6. You're going to round that up to a 7 or an 8? Ugh.
I mean, I don't think it should ever be an average.
No.
Because sometimes you play a game and you're like, man, the graphics are awesome and the story's garbage, but I don't care because
it's so fun.
It's so fun.
Like so many people did not like the combat of 15 on Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
And I liked the combat system. I used to just go and kill everything I could and hunt, and I think that's part of the reason that I finished the game because clearly that story was just all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of build up in the beginning, and then let's just finish it all,
Yeah.
So, but I still really enjoyed that game. So I don't know yet. I'll have to get back to you on that. That's a good question.
If I was going to score games, I would score them by saying, 1, this game is a game that you need to have.
Yeah.
Like a must-have game if you own the system.
Okay.
2, I don't know. If it's on sale, maybe you should pick it up.
Grab it.
Right?
Yeah.
Grab it. And if it's a genre you really like personally, maybe it's your speed. 3, no.
Yeah.
Should not reward developers for if anybody's fucking paying attention. This is exactly the scale we use on why we love PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
Jeremy's never finished an episode, so he has no idea what I'm talking about.
No, it was all news to me.
All new.
Yeah.
That's the scoring system we use.
Makes sense.
Yeah. 1, 2, or 3.
Done.
Yep.
Simple.
Yeah.
It's a 2. Maybe I'll get it on sale.
Sometimes I go, it's a strong 2. And that way we have like a little more versatility in the rating scale. What else we got in the comments?
Updates are pending, Brian.
Fuck updates.
Nope. Remind me later.
Or don't even remind me later.
6 Jeremy heads out of 10. Yeah.
Jeremy gives 6 heads out of 10.
Let's see. What was it? I saw another hashtag. Most anticipated flat screen game. I got one.
I got one too.
Red Dead.
Resident Evil 2. Remake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So pissed it's not coming to VR.
I know.
To the point, like I don't even want to play it because it's not in VR.
Yeah.
Because I'm that angry about it.
But you're gonna.
I'm still gonna play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Resident Evil 2 and it's one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm curious of what they did to it.
I saw PS4 Pro footage of Red Dead 2.
Oh, really?
Holy fuck, does that game look beautiful?
Live somewhere or just here on your TV?
I was watching it on my TV.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody was not streaming it. So, I don't know. There was a preview event or something.
Yep.
And
It does look gorgeous.
holy crap! It runs on a Pro. It runs in 4K and it looks stunning. I'm like, so how can a big open world game like that be running in 4K at the frame rate it's running at? I'm like, man, the Pro's more powerful than I thought it was.
Well, you have revenue behind Rockstar to be able to make that happen too.
Right.
I mean, look
this is their first game of the generation, isn't it? They haven't put out any.
No. Grand Theft 5, wasn't that?
It's from last generation. They just remastered it.
I think it was the opposite. I think it came out now and they had a scaled back version for.
Oh no!
I don't know.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the opposite?
It was the opposite. It came out last gen. It came out on 360 PS3.
For real?
For real. And then they had a.
Looks amazing though on the current consoles.
It does. But I think Red Dead 2 is their first official actual new game.
Really?
Like 6 years into the console's lifespan,
Yeah.
5 years, whatever it's been.
Wow.
Fucking insanity.
I did a Michelle.
Yeah, Mikey Diaz the fuck out of that.
Wicked
thing.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, so many comments.
Oh man, Resident Evil 2.
Horses.
I'm so excited for it.
Les wants to play Red Dead 2.
Yeah. Alessandro.
Yep.
Right on.
Yeah, totally.
Aless, man. Aless is sticking with us, man. Aless is sticking with us, even though, do you know that he doesn't have a PlayStation VR headset?
Never did?
He does not have one. He's not a PlayStation VR gamer.
I didn't know that.
So he's been with us since
far ago.
Before PSVR came out.
Wasn't he before Michelle? Didn't he used to watch, or was that after Michelle?
No one watched us before Michelle.
Yeah, that's true.
Once Michelle joined the channel, everyone was like, "Ooh, this I'll hang out and watch this. Yeah, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out."
That's funny.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he's been around. He's like one of us.
How loyal do you have to be to watch our channel and not even have a headset?
Right? And all those
True and
false he sent in.
Yep.
Good ones too.
And we still have one.
Yeah.
We still have one that we haven't used.
Deck.
Yep.
And he's so who is he?
He's very mysterious.
He is very mysterious.
Yeah.
It's probably Bill Murray. Probably Bill Murray.
I'm oddly attracted to OS.
Yeah.
Just the air of mystery makes
I feel like he's got. Is he Spanish?
I don't know.
I don't know why. See, that's what happens. I feel he's got one of those slick Spanish accents.
We call him Alessandro, but obviously his name is Alessandro.
Yeah.
So we're assuming Spanish.
Yeah.
Or is that not a Spanish name? Is that a French?
It could be. Is that an Italian
name?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm very uncultured.
Oh, me
know
too.
Anything.
Wow.
Yeah. What?
Pre-Michelle. Oh, you wrote Mitchell. During the Mike days. Wow.
You've been with us since the Zeller days?
He's been here before I was even here.
Yeah.
Longer. He's watched longer than I don't watch, but he's been here since literally the day you and went live.
The Mike Zeller days.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
A long time ago.
The Baldur's Gate days.
Even
right?
I didn't watch then.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Why? What do you think is the most underrated game? Oh God, I don't know.
Wait, the most underrated anything game or PSVR game?
Yeah, I don't know. It just said any game, I guess.
Yeah, that's a
That's
wide
huge.
Topic.
I immediately pop into my head Singularity, but I mean, there's others that are way more underrated than that. But Singularity was an awesome game, Anyways, it's getting to that point. I gotta get out of here. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna get out of here too. Because I gotta start setting up for the
gonna meet
stream.
Up. Madman.
Yeah, Madman Black the Gamecat. We're gonna play some Battlezone. We're gonna play it live. We're gonna do some streaming. Madman's been an awesome supporter of the channel.
Wicked.
And a cool friend. I'm just gonna say that because I feel like we don't get to hang out with these people, but I feel like some of them feel like friends.
I know it's so strange with a good clump of these guys. Is that if sometimes when it's you got a night and I got no kids, no lady friend around, it's I'd like to hang out with Madman or JD or you know what I mean. Yeah. Some of the elusive Aless, but of course but you can't happen.
Speaking of JD, JD called me yesterday. He's very sick. I hope you're feeling better, dude.
Yes, hope you're feeling better. Did I get you sick?
I think I got him sick.
Oh,
yeah,
you did it.
Long distance sickness.
That'll happen.
Craziness. So I don't know who's in the chat. Is Gamertag still in the chat? If you're in the chat, Gamertag, how do you feel about joining us for Battlezone? Let me know. Hit me up on. I don't know how we talk to each other on Facebook.
I typed something, but it wasn't on the little line.
Yeah.
I wrote "See you, Madman," and hit enter, and I looked, and it never was there. So I'll say "See you, Madman." I'll see you.
It's just easier that way.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Make sure you. I don't know. How do we end this show?
Subscribe, like, tell your friends.
Patreon.
Don't tell your parents. Patreon.
Yeah.
On
Litterbox.
Yep, Litterbox.
Yep. Yeah.
If you start a fire, then don't leave evidence. I don't know.
We didn't start the fire.
No, it was always burning.
Since the world's been turning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then a lot of other facts.
Names and...
He says a bunch of shit. Yeah. What else do I have to say in Billy Joel? Anyways.
All right, you guys. We will see you next week. But hopefully for the rest of this week, I'll still have content going up on the channel. I got tons of reviews to get done.
Kids are back in school next week. Dude, Jeremy's got no babysitting issues or anything.
So many games to play next week.
Yep.
So many games to play next week.
Yeah.
So excited to play finally Torn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hopefully we'll have a review ready for that. Very exciting time to be a PlayStation VR gamer.
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Fucking love
everybody.
All of you. And check out this outro.
Oh,
this is gonna be a good one. Ready?
Sweet. Let's see it.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Outro.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Nansa
I miss Nansa.
I know we haven't really met yet.
He's
but
nowhere to
you
be
better bet
found,
the best
huh?
heads in the headsets of Gamecast. Never get aggressive when I say that. I lay tracks obsessively, the recipe for straight facts. So take that back to the bank that I rolled. I stake my claims. Then game without parole won't take no fake shit from the same trolls that hate on PlayStation because it's something they don't own. Talking about VR shit, you know who we are. Doesn't seem smart to try to dim the light at 3 stars. As a matter of fact, that would be dark. You know what it is, man. It's midnight. I ain't sober, but the wait's over, and I just wanted to welcome y'all to Viewer Takeover.